Hey. So welcome to our information session. We're going to talk all about our Business Builder program today with Community Futures in Manitoba and Saskatchewan. So it is a program through our Entrepreneurs with Disabilities program. So I'll tell you more about that, and then we'll talk about some next steps and see if this program is the right fit for you. I'll first just share in acknowledgement of um, the land that I am joining you from today. I am joining you all from Manitoba. I live in rural southeast Manitoba. I want to acknowledge that I am on the ancestral lands of Treaty 1 territory, traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Ojibwe, Dakota, Dene peoples, and on the national homeland of the Red River Métis. I want to acknowledge that for anyone joining us in Saskatchewan or other parts of Manitoba today, you've joined from your treaty territory. We also acknowledge the traditional homeland of the Métis and honor contributions of all people. So I'd love to hear if you want to just put it in the chat as we go through the session. If you have questions or just comments, things for yourself, personally, your business, questions about the program, please type them into the chat. I'll likely wait until I'm finished the presentation portion of our session, and then I'll go back at the end and we'll review anything that's in the chat, and I'll just open it up. I'll stop the recording and we'll have open time for discussion and questions and helping you plan next steps. And that way we won't record that part of the session, because if you're sharing any personal information or kind of business questions, we don't want that out there in the recording. So that'll just be for those who are live here. So yeah, feel free. And if you type a question in, I might end up answering it as I continue through the presentation, and that's totally fine. We'll just go through together at the end. There's lots of opportunity for follow-up as you kind of learn more today. After our session, I will be sending an email that will have all of the links and different information, because there's a lot to cover. So it can feel overwhelming in the moment, but don't feel like you need to quickly write down links to websites or applications or any of that stuff, or take screenshots, because everything that I talked about in our presentation today, I will send you all of the links and the information and follow-up email. And then once you get that email, sometimes it's nice to just actually have a conversation to talk more about you and your business and what might be the best fit for you with your next steps. So you can always reply to that email and just let me know if you want to set a time for a one-on-one phone call or a Zoom meeting, just to explore that further for yourself. So this is kind of the starting blocks today to get us going. So we love to start by, it's exciting because we've opened intake for our third round of intake in our Business Builder program. So we started with 60 spots in the program. Intake opened in July of 2023. And last year in January, we were able to open another 15 spots in the program. And now we have another 30 spots in the program available between now and the end of March of next year. So we'd love to showcase a few of the entrepreneurs that have completed the program. We've had 75 people go through the program across Manitoba and Saskatchewan, which is amazing, with so many incredible new businesses started and contributions to community and enhancing people's lives and making their dreams come true. And it's just an honor to walk alongside them. And who knows, you might be next, or someone you know might be next that you want to share this with. So here in Manitoba, we have Debbie, and she owns Talking Body Laser Aesthetics in Stonewall. We have Les, and he runs Norman Risk Consulting up in the north in Flin Flon. And then we have Esther. She owns Middle Earthian Crochet out of Brandon, Manitoba. And then just a few entrepreneurs in Saskatchewan. We have Maddie in Yorkton running Good as New Detailing Services, auto detailing. Mandy running Moonrose Holistics and Beauty in Lake Lenore, Saskatchewan. And we have Michael Seaver, owner of Elite Auto Repair Limited out of Swift. And that's really the best part of what I get to do, is only meeting so many incredible entrepreneurs. But when we actually get offline, and we do a lot of traveling, so I may live in Manitoba, but we do a lot of traveling across the province as well as throughout Saskatchewan. So getting to meet people and celebrate their businesses Where they're at is the most incredible part. So these photos were all taken when we were with people at their businesses. So just a little bit of background about Community Futures if you're not fully familiar or aware of the services that we offer. Across Manitoba and Saskatchewan are the offices that we work with in our EDP program here, but there are 267 offices across rural Canada, and they're all nonprofit organizations. So here in Manitoba, we have 16 offices. Each office is run by a volunteer board of directors. And these are kind of the different regions of all of the 16 offices. So based on where you live would be the office that you would be working with. And if you live in Saskatchewan, there are 13 Community Futures offices. And this map kind of shows you in general what those regions look like. And based on where you live, which office you would work. And overall, our EDP services are available in 90 offices in rural areas across Canada and in 6 urban offices. So the services that are provided through Community Futures are all about one-to-one business consultation. So right from, if you've got a few ideas and you're trying to figure out what to do and you want some support with market research or just learning about, the industry demographics in your region, what works, sharing ideas, right through to having a formal business plan where you're ready to, launch your business, whether it be a small sole proprietorship or a large corporation business. We are here for you to provide that support and resources. We help with business plan development. That's often one of the most daunting tasks for new entrepreneurs or even seasoned entrepreneurs looking to start a new business. It's the business plan. And sometimes there's a bit of a misconception that you only need a business plan if you're applying for a business loan or line of credit. Now, that is true. However, we do encourage everyone to have a business plan and at least a 1-year cash flow projection so that you don't have, that is the life of your business and the foundation, kind of that guiding light to move you forward, to bring your vision of your business to life. And then it's kind of a living document to evolve, right? Before you get started, what you think might work out well versus once you actually are operational, running your business, learning things as you grow, you might change that business plan and make some new, kind of plans within that. So we do encourage it for everyone because it's also ensuring that you have all the different areas to be successful and also for long-term sustainability in your business is really important. So we've got great tools to help you kind of break down that overwhelming task into something that's a bit more manageable with some supports and information to help you along the way. We've got lots of free business resources and training, webinar sessions on various business topics from marketing to your cash flow and finances to taxes and all of that fun stuff, right? Which can feel really difficult. When we're running a business, we have the things that we get to do and our passion and the skills that we bring for why we want to do what we want to do. We also have to do the other things. And a lot of times the financial stuff and the bookkeeping and the taxes isn't the most fun, but you're not alone. We've got support and resources to help. Community Futures also offers access to repayable loans for viable businesses. So Community Futures is considered what is called a developmental lender. So some of the eligibility and application criteria is a little bit different than, let's say, a traditional financial institution. So if that's something that you're needing some startup funding or expansion funding for your business and you're looking for a loan, you could explore through your financial institution and also explore through Community Futures just to find out what the best fit for you might be in terms of a loan. Although having a loan is not a requirement of any of our services, nor is it a requirement if you are interested in our Business Builder program, which we're going to talk about. So when it comes to our Entrepreneurs with Disabilities program, or EDP, as we call it for short, it's all about us working alongside. So my role as the program coordinator with our EDP program is that I work alongside entrepreneurs who are living with health condition or disability. And we work with the business analysts, managers, and the team at your local Community Futures office. So they are the business experts. And my role is to come alongside and learn more from you about your health and any disability related needs or accommodations that we can offer you while we're supporting you, but also as you consider any training and supports that we have in place for you, but also as you operate your business to help you have access to resources to help you be successful in your self-employment journey. And we love this quote from Rachel. She talks about don't let your health concerns get in the way of fulfilling your dreams. And that's so true. That's what it's all about. We're looking to, sometimes people will ask me, well, what will this look like for me? Today, we're going to talk about kind of a general idea of what someone's journey through our business builder program would be, and just regular services with us. But everyone's journey will look different based on your needs, your health condition, the type of business that you're starting, and how we can support you. So, but it's really about removing any barriers so that you're not limited in any way in starting your business and being successful in self-employment due to a disability or a health-related need. So we're really striving to tear down any of those walls and help you have a clearer path to achieve your goals. And some people ask, what's the definition of a health condition or a disability, or how do I know if I qualify? So one thing I love about this program, and I've worked over 25 years in social services and as a counselor and life coach in nonprofit organizations and a disability accommodation specialist. And this is the first program that I have worked within that we don't require lengthy medical documentation and all kinds of things from your doctor and all paperwork to prove and determine eligibility. Your self-declaration that you are a rural entrepreneur living with a disability or a health condition is the criteria. So it's basically checking that box and how you define that for yourself. So it could be just anything that you manage on a day-to-day basis for your health or any disability related need. So that could be someone living with asthma, that could be a cancer survivor and having some ongoing effects of medications and treatments that impact your day. You could be living with anxiety, ADHD, depression, vision loss, having a hearing loss, mobility issues, being a wheelchair user, anything that you would consider that you need to manage for your health or you need some extra support with or would benefit from extra supports would qualify you for our services. If you're, we don't require any information or detail about your disability or health related needs. I do say to people though, that the more that you do share or are comfortable sharing, the better able I would be working alongside you to offer different types of supports and accommodations and linking you to resources that might be helpful for you. So the more that it's really shared through a positive lens so that I can better support you and also the team around you to just be able to understand and meet your needs more individually, kind of in a customized way, rather than we're not looking for a cookie cutter way to provide service. So, but again, it's not required. It's just what you feel comfortable sharing. So before we jump in, there's a reason that all of you are here tonight. Whether you're here as a service provider and you're supporting people who are looking to develop a self-employment plan, or you're here for yourself because maybe you've got a business and you're looking to grow it, or you want some extra supports, or you've got an idea and you're just on the brink of starting that new business. Whatever brought you here today, I just want you to think if it's for yourself, just take a moment. And I want you to imagine your business 5 to 10 years from now. What does it look like? What does it feel like for you to imagine yourself in business 5 to 10 years from now? Think about the positive impact that you and your business have had on your customers, the community, the environment, people you're supporting, whatever your business is. What is the legacy that you wanted to leave behind? What is the legacy that you want to leave behind? If you're comfortable, feel free to share it in the chat. If not, just think about it and maybe jot it down for yourself. Just ponder that. And there's a reason why I want you to think about this first. That's your why. That legacy, the reason behind you having this dream for your business, or if you've already started your business, why you started it, why you want to grow it, why you want it to be successful. If you're a service provider working with people to start their self-employment dream, then why do you do the work that you do, right? When the why gets stronger, and we need to be intentional. Life is busy. We get caught up in the day-to-day mundane and all of the things we have to do. So I just wanted to keep a moment to think about the things that you get to do and your dream and that why, the foundation of the legacy that you're working towards in your business and beyond. Because when that why gets stronger, the how can feel easier. And a lot of what we're going to talk about today now is about the how, right? So you have your why, which led you to, and maybe walking alongside you through Community Futures and our Business Builder program or other programs could help you with that how. It's feeling a little bit easier because you're not meant to walk that journey alone. So specific to our Business Builder program, entrepreneurs in the program learn new business skills, access support services. We're helping to bring new businesses to our communities and contributing to the local economy. So I'll kind of talk more specifically about the type of supports and services that are available in the Business Builder program. So it is structured as a 6-month program. So it really is ideal for people who are ready and have a solid business plan or a newer business that you're looking to grow. Or maybe you dove right in and started a business, but maybe didn't have all of the training and the supports that you could benefit from. So maybe you're finding a few things challenging or you're struggling in some areas of managing and operating your business. So you kind of want to back up a little bit and build out some and develop some stronger plans, get some training and support so that you can keep your business open and be successful. Whatever that may be, that's part of the criteria is starting a new business with a viable plan and being ready to launch within 6 months, or having an existing business that you're just looking to grow or but basically that you would benefit from the supports available in the program. So if you've been an entrepreneur for 20 years and you can do things, and like your bookkeeping, your marketing and all that stuff with your eyes closed, maybe this program wouldn't be the right fit for you, and we could help you through our regular services. So we'll kind of know more about what you think is the right fit, or we can chat more after this. Well, we start with business supports. So we've got all kinds of things available through this program outside of our regular budget, I would say, for services. So we have funding for the Business Builder program through the Opportunities Fund for People with Disabilities through the federal government. So it's a special project that we get some enhanced opportunities to offer supports through the funding that they provide to us. And we built this program designed around what entrepreneurs living with disabilities and health conditions have shared with us, what we know from our experience, what things are helpful, but also, as I mentioned, this is kind of the 3rd round of intake and 75 entrepreneurs have gone through the program. We have made changes based on people's feedback, what they want more of, what they want less of. We've made changes as the program has evolved. So we're listening and we're doing our best to make this as meaningful an experience for you as possible. So we've got some supports built in place. Everybody that starts in the Business Builder program, if you're accepted and approved, you claim your spot, you will have a vocational assessment where you meet with our vocational counselor for about a 1-hour disability and health related assessment. And from that hour session, the counselor will make recommendations for us for any type of health and disability related accommodations that will be helpful for you as you participate in the program. And then, of course, and beyond as you operate your business. So just things for you to consider. So things that have been, it's very individualized, but just some examples of that might be disability or health related equipment. So somebody living with a spinal condition, needing to not sit or stand for long periods of time. When you're going through online training sessions and webinars and group sessions, to be comfortable and have good access to those opportunities for training, we've been able to fund sit to stand desks and ergonomic office chairs for people so that they have comfortable access to those training opportunities. Someone living with hearing loss was provided with noise canceling set so that when they were participating in online group training sessions and the online self-directed training in the program, they didn't have any background noise or interruptions that were kind of causing some distraction there in the sessions. We also have support. We provided support to people for one-on-one ADHD coaching and organizational coaching. It's a lot of information and it's a lot of tasks to do to not only complete the program, but already also just life and getting your business up and running. So we've had some coaching support for people who, to help them keep their things organized and have a planned schedule and just stay on track and have a bit more accountability than we can offer through my support and check-ins and your Community Futures team. So we also have travel dollars because we live rural. I mean, I've been seeing all kinds of updates on the news about gas prices climbing again. So that is a concern and can be a barrier for people. And if you prefer to meet in person with your Community Futures staff team and at the office, especially when it comes to working on numbers and some of those cash flow projections, sometimes being in person can be really helpful. So we do have support for travel dollars so that you can submit a mileage claim and we can pay you for any travel that you make to the office, because chances are you may or may not live in the same community where the office is in your region. So it can be a significant amount of travel. We also do our best for our staff teams to sometimes meet halfway, or if they're going to be in your community for another reason, to also meet with you and kind of combine. So we try to be as efficient as possible when we're out and about. We also have funding for things like childcare during training. So if you think about, and the limitations of finding even part-time or casual childcare in rural communities, but it can be a barrier for a lot of folks. If you have children, young children, and they're not in school, or you've got a lot of commitments and limited blocks of time where you could be working on your business training and your business plan development and participating in group sessions that would be really helpful for you, we can pay for a private childcare provider. So that could be a friend or a neighbor, someone we trust in your community that you hire, and they invoice us and we pay them for providing childcare for, a certain amount of time for you to complete the program. It's simply about 40 hours of childcare funding that we've been able to provide that you can spread out and schedule according to what works well for you as you go through the program. So those are just a couple of examples of different supports that we can provide with the enhanced funding that we have in the business builder program. And it's all based on recommendations from that vocational assessment that everyone completes when they start in the program. So in addition to those things, and you complete your business plan. So whether you maybe got some notes and some ideas of your business plan already developed and down on paper, or maybe you've already spent a lot of time on a business plan, we'll work with you to help you develop that plan, finalize it, and also that includes that minimum of a 1-year cash flow projection, which will be really helpful for you. Also in confirming kind of different options and scenarios for your business operations and your pricing, all of those things. We also offer, so you would work, one-on-one with your Community Futures staff person in your regional office, but we also have business plan support group sessions. And that's a great opportunity to take kind of what you've developed already, maybe share some ideas with the group, with other entrepreneurs and a facilitator, just to get different perspectives. Maybe if you're feeling a bit stuck, they can help you work through some of those things. And those sessions are amazing. And the facilitator does also offer more customized, tailored one-on-one support for you, maybe help with research or some of those pricing scenarios, just to make sure that you have everything that you need to finalize that plan. We also offer then our business training. So each person would have, a formalized 6-month action plan that we give you all of the dates and all of the information that you would need to be aware of what's coming on your journey in the program, That does include a 10-module self-directed business training program. That's called our Build a Better Business program. The great thing, it's all online. There are 10 modules. There's a video to watch. There's a workbook and a manual PDF. We can also get printed versions for those who prefer, writing to pen and paper. But you go through each of those modules, you can watch or listen to the video, learn a lot, and then take notes and your takeaways that connect the information to you and your business model and what you're working on. And a lot of those areas are directly connected to the things that you'll be putting in your business plan. So it's a great starting point. And there is a whole module all about business plan development. So it's a great way to start. So you would complete that. It's lovely because it's self-directed. So a lot of people are finding little pockets of time. Maybe you are working full-time or part-time while building your business. Maybe you're caring for aging parents. You're also managing your own health and disability related and just life, parenting, whatever you have on your plate. So the opportunity for you to log in and complete a module when it works well for you, kind of working at a pace of 1 module per week. We give you about 10 weeks to finish that section of your training. It works for people. If it's late at night and you're doing the bookkeeping module, and you can always log back in and you have access to that information in those training sessions for as long as you want. So if you watch something and then 3 months from now, you're like, something about that, let me go back and rewatch that. You can log back in and watch it again, no problem. We also have lots of other one-off webinars, webinar series. We've got a webinar series we're hosting right now that's all about understanding your cash flow and your business financials. We had a marketing series webinar, and we've got a training library through our websites that all of those recordings are available to anyone. So some of those might be of interest to you as well. And then we've got our business incubator, and those are group sessions with a cohort of other entrepreneurs who are in the Business Builder program. So that would be other entrepreneurs with various types of businesses across Manitoba and Saskatchewan. And those are group sessions to kind of help you once you've completed your training modules and you're almost done or you have completed your business plan. Now you're moving into activation phase. And that's where we need to keep that momentum and motivation going. And it's so helpful to do that within a group setting because there's that accountability, that empowerment, and leaning into each other for support. Particularly, what's been the key takeaway for people that have loved the group sessions as one of their favorite parts of the entire 6-month program is because the relatability and the connection and the sense of community and just a safe belonging with other entrepreneurs that just get it and understand. You might have a different health need or a different disability related need, but just knowing what some of those challenges are and creating that place of trust and sharing and supporting and encouraging each other has been so powerful. And it's just an honor. So we explore, I do facilitate those sessions. Those are scheduled once per week at a set time online, of course, because we're all scattered rurally. And you get lots of notice so you know when those sessions are. I record them and I send out the link to the recording because sometimes life happens and you might not be able to be there live. So you can watch the recording and then follow up with me. But we take a 6-week journey from just really developing that foundation of our confidence and self-esteem as business owners and just as human beings first, and our mental health and well-being, to then move into how do we sell authentically? How are you marketing and kind of like preparing your business and working through some of those things. We bring in guest speakers from our Community Futures offices to share their expertise. And my favorite, we bring in alumni graduates of the Business Builder program to share their pitch and their story about when they were in the same place you were starting in the program, feeling nervous about developing and presenting their pitch, to then being able to come back and having the confidence to then share it with you and help inspire you and encourage you. So really powerful, incredible opportunity to build that network of support with other entrepreneurs, which is so important to the long-term success of the business. So much so that then we have created a connection hub for all entrepreneurs that have been through the program, have asked for more opportunities to connect. So I do schedule those a few times a year, just open forum for anyone to join. And we just kind of have some discussion prompts and connect and share with each other online just in a more informal way. So I hope we're going to do more of that, and it'll be lovely to have some in-person connection events in the future as well. So that's on my. So then looking at business launch, basically and everyone's, you've got 6 months, but some people are ready to go and they're accelerating because their timeline to launch their business is sooner than 6 months. But the goal would be that you're launching your business within 6 months. The definition of launch will be a bit different for everybody. Some people, it's a phase one launch and you're just offering one product or one service, but you've got plans to continue to expand and grow. Other people, their launch means they've got a brick and mortar shop and they want to be open for full operations. And anywhere in between, right? It's just how you define that for this. So we support you to launch your business as well as when you successfully complete the program, but we're always here for you for the life of your business. So Community Futures and our EDP services, we are here to help you anytime you have questions, you need more support, you're looking to grow or change your business. You can reach out anytime. So you don't need to think that once I'm done the program, then I'm done and I can't contact you. We're always here. So the Business Builder program is really based on those 3 criteria for the ideal participant. So an entrepreneur who's ready to launch their business within 6 months. So if it's kind of a 3-year timeline, because you've got to develop some working capital, you need a location, you've got to build a building, it's going to take a long time, might not be the right fit for you right now, just because of that 6-month time. It's also for people who are looking for support to become self-employed. So again, this would be if the support and the training that we offer, that's more of like a business 101 or newer entrepreneur level of training, then that's a good fit for you. This program is a good fit for you. If you're a very seasoned entrepreneur and you've been an entrepreneur running various businesses for many years, our training you might be able to facilitate some of our training sessions, right? So that might not be the best fit for you in this program, but we can definitely support you with what your current business goal is in our regular services. So if that's the case for you, we can chat. And then that last criteria is just that checkbox, that self-declaration that you are a person living with a health condition or a disability. And what you choose to share about that through your intake process and vocational assessment just helps us better able to support you in your needs. I will be sending the link. So if you're already feeling like, hey, this sounds like the perfect fit for me, the link to apply, it's a really brief online application form for the program. It comes automatically to me via email. Once I receive your application, then I'll get the ball rolling on to the next steps to help us learn more about you and your business. We do a bit of a self-employment readiness assessment, connect you with our Community Futures team at your local office, and then we get things going to see if it's the right fit for you. So just I like this visual because I know it's a lot of information and some people appreciate the opportunity to kind of see what all the things I just talked about might look like in terms of a pathway or a bit of a journey. So if you submit your website application, I will connect with you, we'll explore your eligibility and intake. If you're then accepted and offered a spot in the program, if it's a good fit for you, we send you for your vocational assessment so we can learn more about some of those additional supports and funding we can offer while you're in the program. And then we develop your action plan, which really gives you all the different things that you'll participate in with the dates so that you know what to expect. And you've got that on hand and we've got it to support you along the way. You'll sign an agreement because there is a legal document required for you to sign, just because we are offering funding that we receive through the federal government. So it's basically an overview of the different funding and supports that we can offer for you during the timeline that you're in the program. We're committing that to you and we sign in that commitment, and then you sign, confirming that you are committing to completing the components of the program and starting your business. We also know that things come up, life happens, personal situations change. So of course we're understanding of that and we'll support you along the way, but we do start with you signing that agreement. And then we get you started with those business supports, helping you with your business plan development, and that continues all through your business training. Because as you complete training, you're going to be adding more information as you learn more to that business plan and your task. So you complete the Build a Better Business online modules. You'll complete those group sessions to help you with your business plan. There's that 6-week online business integrator group program. Those are at set times, as are these sessions, but the 10 modules you do on your own time, self-directed. And then once you complete all of those things, you launch your business, whatever that looks like for you. And then you've officially completed the program. So that's within 6 months, sooner if that's just how your timeline works and your availability. You've completed the program, you have some, feedback evaluations for you to fill out that we share with our funder as well as our community futures offices so that we can continue to enhance the supports and services that we provide. And as, kind of a congratulations bonus when you finish the program and successfully launch your business or grow your business, if you're already operational, we offer you a grant in the amount of $750 for additional business services and supports. So you get to choose how you want to use that grant. We pay the service provider directly. So you can choose services for digital marketing services. So maybe having a website, landing page developed, some social media pages set up, or content, photography, videography, anything that you feel will help with digital marketing for you and your business. You can also choose from bookkeeping. So working one-on-one with a bookkeeper to maybe once you're operational or you want some help to set things up for your bookkeeping practices, they'll help you do that, which is awesome because the webinars are incredible, but it really sticks more, I feel, and has more of an impact when you're actually working with your own business, structure, numbers, all of those things. So that's incredible. You can also use it for business organization and administration coaching. So working one-on-one with a coach to kind of help you maybe set up some of the admin systems or getting organized in your business. We've also got a new support that we're just adding to the mix at the request of a lot of entrepreneurs is some supports for learning about AI or artificial intelligence and how you could apply it to some aspects of your business operations that can help you be more efficient and kind of just enhance things. So we have someone that is specialized in AI that is starting to work one-on-one with some of our entrepreneurs to help them bring some AI benefit to their business. So that's going to be something that will be available as well. So that's a great thing to kind of help you with those springboard, those next steps is that $750 in funding to use for business services once you finish the program. And then, of course, as mentioned, we're always here to support you, help with questions, follow up, and just ongoing mentorship for anything you're doing in your business, and of course, beyond. So here's just some of the tools and things that I mentioned. We do have a startup checklist, which has a really great, clear checklist of all the things that you want to consider and take care of as you're starting a business, how to register, different websites and links. It's a great resource. We also have our business plan workbook. So this is where I mentioned it's kind of a business plan broken down into more manageable chunks of information so it doesn't feel so overwhelming. And in areas that you're not sure of. In this workbook, we have paper copies, but we also have like a fillable PDF version. So anything that you're not sure of, you can just leave blank and then consult with your community futures staff, business analysts, and they can help you work through that or in the small group sessions. So this is that Build a Better Business program with the 10 self-directed online modules. I just like to show this visual because it gives you an idea of what types of topics are covered there. And so sometimes we have people accessing this free training maybe for one or two specific topic areas. So you don't have to complete all of them, like this is open to the general public. But in our Business Builder program for newer entrepreneurs, we do encourage everyone to complete all of the modules, and you get a certificate because you do a quiz after each module. And when you pass the quiz, you get a certificate for each one. So that's kind of how we gauge your progress. And like one of the most common ones that people feel is not necessarily relevant, especially if you're doing a smaller side hustle or part-time business. If it's just you as a sole proprietor, or maybe you have a few helpers, human resources module might not be super relevant for you. now, there is some helpful information, especially if you're thinking about future plans to grow your business and what that might look like. So it's just good information for you to be aware of. And then you also have access to refer to it in the future. That's another thing. It just reminded me that sometimes we get the question like, well, what type of business would qualify? And any type of business will qualify. So it doesn't have to be, it could be a full-time business that you're operating, let's say, 5, 6 days a week. It could be a part-time business based on hours and what works well for you. It could be considered kind of a side hustle business, or even just a hobby type business that maybe you're creating a product that you just sell at markets 2 to 3 times a year. And that's what you're able to manage. So there's lots of flexibility in terms of it's really that you create. That's the joy of self-employment, the freedom to do what you want and in the time frames and timelines that work well for you as you're managing your health and life and all of those things, and earn the income that is available to you within the time that you're able to put into the work in the business. So there's not really criteria based on amount of time or operating hours or the amount of revenue that your business would bring in. You can have a business that you're earning $3,000 a year, and that's giving you more financial freedom for some of the things that you need in your life, or as a complement to other things that you're doing in terms of employment. So there's not really a strict criteria on that. It's more about the viability of the business that you're planning, also that it works well for you, and knowing your regional demographic and the market, your customer base, right? So that will help you with all. So again, I mentioned some of our free webinars. We do offer twice a year in the fall and then in the early new year, free CRA webinars that we partner with the CRA liaison service. So they are presented by a liaison officer with the Canada Revenue Agency, and they're fantastic. We always have very high attendance at these sessions. They send a great follow-up package out to you. You're able to set a one-on-one appointment to talk about you and your tax needs and questions with a liaison officer. And a lot of people aren't aware of that service. So we love sharing. If also other people that would benefit from this, and small business owners, please share these webinars with them. They're not limited to people just living in Saskatchewan and Manitoba, but we do have the times based on people living in those regions because that's where we're operating out of. So yeah, great resource. We've got one coming up next week on the 24th. You can register through our Eventbrite, same as where you registered for this session, as well as one coming up, Intro to GST. HST is in April. I'll include the links to register for those in our follow-up email as well. And then all kinds of free or very low cost training sessions on various topics. So if you're in Manitoba, you can check out the events calendar. This is kind of the calendar for March in Saskatchewan. So you can see all of the different sessions available. You can also, usually all sessions are open to any entrepreneur. They're not necessarily, we usually tell you if it's limited to people within a certain region or province. So if there's anything, you can check out both provinces and just explore if there's something that you're interested in. But there's always lots of amazing workshops. I had mentioned the series that we have going on right now that we sponsored through our Business Builder program. And we're just finishing up the last 2 sessions of a 3-part series about your cash flow and pricing. So on the 19th is forecasting and managing cash at 12 p.m. This is Saskatchewan time. And then on the 26th is cash flow strategies for success. So you might want to check those out as well. We are on social media, so we do post, sometimes updates. We like to showcase entrepreneurs that we've supported, present some new opportunities and programs. So you can follow us on Facebook. It's CDP, Entrepreneurs with Disabilities Program, Community Futures. You can find us on Instagram, Rural Business MB SK. So you got to meet some of our real life entrepreneurs early in the session, but we just like to kind of give you some examples of opportunities to create through this program. So here we have Cassie. She's a creative person with a flair for making TikTok reels and social media posts. She has had some work experiences in school, but has not held a job yet. She's helped a few friends and family members with their business pages and is excited to try to develop this into a home-based business for herself and is looking to apply for a loan to purchase some equipment and software programs for her startup. She's ready to develop her business plan and officially launch her business by spring 2026. So, incredible opportunity for Cassie to develop her own self-employment dream. Great impact on the community and other business owners for offering her services and positive economic. Here we have Clint. Clint has a passion for health. He's completed training to become certified as a yoga teacher. He's casually started teaching some yoga classes for seniors at his community center. He's ready to formalize his yoga teaching practice and develop a business plan to provide restorative yoga for seniors and officially launch his business by early 2026. So again, Clint has this great opportunity to share something that he's passionate about for his own health and well-being with other people in his community and earn an income while doing it. Great impact on the community offering this service and a positive economic as well. And then last but not least, we have Tyson. He's a carpenter with 10 years of experience. Running his own business gives him better control of his working hours and flexibility to manage his health condition. He's ready to expand his business and plans to build a bigger shop with more storage. Community Futures can help review his financials, assist him with updating his business plan to seek financing, and we might also provide him with some assistance and referrals for disability and health related organizations and things that might be helpful for him. Great opportunity for him to continue in his self-employment journey and grow his business. Positive impact on the community, offering his service, and of course, that great economic. So what's next? As I mentioned, I'm going to open it up for discussion and questions right away. We can also set a time to connect one-on-one and follow up. And I'll send an email with all of this information and links and the link to apply to our Business Builder program. Or if you're looking and you think other services might be a better fit for you and your commitments, we can explore that too. So because Community Futures does provide support to rural entrepreneurs, so the definition of that if you live in Manitoba, that would be for anyone living outside of the city of Winnipeg is eligible for Community Futures services. If you live in Winnipeg, there is an EDP program based out of Winnipeg, so I could refer you to them. The coordinator of that program, his name is Robert, and I can do that nice warm introduction so that's how you're connected to him. There's also Rise Winnipeg. It's a program run through the Canadian Mental Health Association, where they provide support to entrepreneurs who are living with a mental health need. So they have services available there if you live in Winnipeg. And if you're living in Saskatchewan, the definition of a rural entrepreneur would be anybody living outside of Regina or Saskatoon. So if you live anywhere outside of Regina or Saskatoon, you'd be eligible for our services and our program. If you live in Regina or Saskatoon, there is EDP programs available in both of those cities. So you could just let me know on the email and I will provide a referral to the appropriate person based on where you live. So there's no worries if you're outside of where we offer services. I'll definitely help bridge that opportunity for you to have the support service. Okay, so again, I know that's a lot of information. So just back to when we started our session, my name is Stephanie Den Hollander. You also have my email in providing the link today. So my email address is here as well, and I'm the program coordinator. And Susan Bader is the program manager of our Entrepreneurs with Disabilities program. And we work in both provinces. So we live and work in both Manitoba, and we travel a lot in Saskatchewan and provide rural remote services in those provinces. So these are the links to our websites. I will also have links available in some renewal. So I'm just going to stop my share and open it up. And then I'm just going to also end the recording so that we just got confidentiality for any personal or business related